People who shoved their school papers in their backpack with no binder/folder etc. Where are you now? Not great, my dude, not great. Decent office job. I no longer shove my papers into a backpack. That's what my desk drawers are for. Shoving papers in my laptop bag tool bag desk drawer. Am working on a sweet potato farm. Now I'm a teacher who shoves his papers in his bag with no binder folder. I always buy these nice binders which I carefully organize with different colors at the beginning of each school year. By the end of September I'm back to the good old-fashioned chaos. Edit: for those giving advice on organizing, my own system is rather efficient. I get home and then just put all the loose papers into different piles on my desk. Basically 2 piles. Correct this shit and shit has been corrected. I go over the piles in the weekend until only shit has been corrected remains. Still trying to get my shit together. But this time in a more professional environment. Still looking for my homework from 5th grade. Wildland firefighter, don't really have to put any papers in my bag anymore. Though I do subscribe to the stuff your tent in the bag strategy over folding it. An engineer. Still shoving my papers into a backpack. I'm living on my own in a nice apartment, still shoving anything I want into whatever I want. I toast bread 3 slices to a slot. I park my motorcycle on the line between cars in the parking lot. I eat clementines whole and spit out the peel bit by bit. My computer desktop is packed with icons on the smallest size possible. I flush my toilet once a week. I listen to 2 podcasts at once, both at 2x speed. My closet is a pile of clothes roughly organized from big to small. Am living with a very organized woman and it's a pretty middle-class suburban life. I got through school fine. My life changed when I got diagnosed with ADHD as an adult and started taking meds. It slipped under the radar. My performance was high. I'm recovering from addiction to meth and alcohol. 1 year clean, woohoo. I'm a doctor, so now I just shove them in my white coat instead. Lost in a sea of overwhelming guilt for my lost exam papers from 6 years ago. IRS worker doing your taxes. Now where did I put that? Oh well, duck it, not my problem, lol. Director at a company of a highly regulated industry. An extra duck you to Megan Rice, my 8th grade science teacher, who said I wouldn't amount to anything. I am a web programmer. It's funny because my code tends to be very clean and well documented. My files are always very organized, too. Digital organization is really easy for me, but as soon as paper is involved everything goes to hell. The Army. Still shoving things in my backpack, only now it's a camouflage backpack. Artist. Disorganized, but doing it full time. A guy in my high school did this. He now has a PhD in astrophysics. Emergency and intensive care doctor. Still have a slightly chaotic core. Once ignored a chest infection in myself for so long, I ended up as a patient on my own ICU. Then had to have a little light thoracic surgery. I am now engaged to a man whose college nickname was Captain Sensible. He tells me when I am ill. He has no medical qualifications. Sensible bastard. Software engineer. On medication for ADHD, currently in college with my notes nice and organized. Faculty of Medicine. A copywriter, still doing this out of spite. Who's in prison now, Mr. Kennedy? You dinosaur. I run a program that helps pay for low-income people to be screened for cancer. My desk looks like a ducking disaster, but I know where everything is. I filled my backpack pretty quickly, So I used to walk around school with 2 shopping bags full of miscellaneous unsorted papers. I'm pretty successful in working in research now. I haven't used paper records for work in years. I still shove all of my important papers into a big plastic box, so I have to dig through the mess every year when I do my taxes. When the box gets full, I shove it in the closet and buy a new box. Doing coke off a hooker's ass. Engineering student and I still shove papers in my backpack and use them in a bonfire once the semester is over. 2 ex-college dropout and single parent. I guess you can say I never learned to put a protective cover on things before shoving places. A very disorganized grad student. Medical doctor. I got diagnosed TAD. Went to college, got into a super competitive nursing program, graduated magna cum laude, and now I'm in school for my master's. And now I can shove my papers into drawers. Phone, no case. Working in it and I have folders upon folders filled with unnamed Excel files, Book 1, Book 2, Book 3, yup. Anyone else folded a stack of papers and kept it in the pants pocket? I'm married to a woman who used 100 colored pens to take notes. So I've got that going for me. I'm an accountant. My reports are very organized, but I have 3 drawers full of stuff I might need at some point. I'm straight up not having a good time. I work in it, so now I shove them in my documents folder. Using a tablet with a stylus. I'm a music teacher. Shoving my documents and PDF onto my desktop. I'm a drug dealer, and now I shove cocaine up my butt. JK. I'm making $5K a month at 20 years old. Pre-med near top of class. Haven't finished school yet, but it's not that bad. In fact, I have a system that works almost every time. It's called Look Till You Find It. Doing a master's in clinical psychology, which prepares me for a PhD in the same field. And, to be honest, I still shove papers in my bag. In a successful job. I avoid paper now. Haha, still a duck in wreck. A messy door. I'm a software engineer working for a globally recognized company. I'll keep which specific one to myself because my opinions are my own, but it wouldn't be terribly hard to figure out. I was very disorganized in school, and in my early high school days I slept through class a lot. I've noticed a lot of us software people are a bit eccentric in one way or another once you get to know us well enough. Still doing it. I work at UPS, and the package car looks just like my backpack sometimes. Working as a software engineer at Amazon. Lamau, I'm a letter carrier. I stuff papers in my bag, take them out, and stuff them in boxes now. I'm an executive assistant working toward a PMP cert. I'm on the up and up. All my files I can Control F when I need them. And I make sure that if I were to get hit by a moose tomorrow, my folders are intuitive and easy to use for the next person. Turns out I just needed the right tools and I'm fairly organized, when it's other people's shit. My personal life is a disaster. I just want to own a farm and have honeybees. VP of a company. Unfortunately, I still have the habit of shoving shit away in organized chaos kinda way. University. Luckily most assignments are submitted online. I'm a lawyer. Ended up with some pretty interesting cleaning compulsions in my professional and home life. Professionally? Doing okay. Charge nurse in a busy operating room, starting my master's degree next week, On the track to be a director. Could be better, could be worse. Currently working it, so no real paper handling. What I do manage I have neatly stacked in folders or separated or organized in both of my note-taking apps. I'm mostly okay, have managed to have awesome experiences good and bad growing up. Am a high school principal. Working with autistic people, who tell me to organize my papers correctly. Seriously. School. I did this occasionally but not often. I am a gainfully employed engineer now. I actually take a backpack to and from work every day with my work laptop and notebooks and references. And I sometimes will still do this with papers. In college, realizing this was a bad habit to never break,